Hey Moonbeams, welcome back to Cosmosis or Whatever with Celia Marie 1243, aka Celia, the Spirit Guide Whisperer. I am a psychic, tarot reader, and an energy healer. I'm a spiritual mentor here to guide you on your journey of healing and becoming your best self. This podcast, along with the rest of my content, really is kind of like a toolbox for your transformation, for your growth. This is a really honest approach to self-improvement and spirituality. So if you love the podcast and you find any of these episodes helpful, don't forget to rate it, please. That will help more people like you find us in the community and, let people know that I'm not just blowing smoke when I'm talking to you guys every episode, that y'all are actually getting something from our little chit chats. So yeah, make sure you you rate it. Sorry, this isn't YouTube. Make sure you rate the podcast. Let me know if you like it or you love it. Today, Moonbeams, we are talking about meditation. So as some of you know, most of you know, meditation has been a huge part of my journey. I guide meditations every month. I'm always talking about it because they're amazing. Meditations work for whatever you're trying to use them for. They can help you. I have learned a lot. I've experienced a lot in some really great meditations. I've met spirit guides. I have gotten answers to some really profound questions that I've asked the universe or my spirit guides. In meditation, I learned how to see my past lives, how to see other people's past lives. But meditation has also been like a tool to help me ground, to help me get my energy together. I cleanse with meditation, and it hasn't always been easy. Actually, meditation, kind of like everything else, has been a journey. Of course, like I'm always saying, it's been trial and error, and it's something that I have struggled with for sure. But I'm here to tell you that if you struggle with it, that is okay. And in fact, it's more than okay. It's actually kind of expected. Even the people who have been meditating their whole life, like monks who dedicate their life to meditation, struggle with meditation. It is a practice. So I have, and sometimes I still do, struggle with meditation, especially being an ADHD girl. Okay, a neurospicy pal. If you clicked this and you're listening to this, you are either a beginner, have ADHD, you're trying to get the tea on how to meditate better. But I think that starts with looking at meditation in a different way. One thing about understanding my ADHD and what that has taught me is how to play your strengths. Even if that means doing something completely different from how everybody else is doing it or how you think something is supposed to be done. And I'm going to give you some really game-changing meditation tips if you struggle with meditation. I know that can be a huge goal to start meditating, get more serious about it, and these tips will help you. If you're neurodivergent or if you're just struggling with it, like a lot of us do. Some of these are actually on my blog post. I did a blog post about this topic a while ago, but I will be adding some in if you've already read that. And not all of the ones I mentioned here are going to be on the blog, so check out both. But let's get into the first tip. So first tip is going to be to start small. Don't feel pressured to jump right into a 20-minute meditation. Okay, even a 2-minute meditation, a 1-minute meditation can be very effective, especially if you're just beginning or you're starting to get back into the groove. It's very helpful to start small and start to kind of work your way up. Meditation is a practice. You're going to hear me saying that throughout this whole episode. Meditation is a practice. That means you are not supposed to start off as a master. Okay? The mastery is going to come with the energy and experience that you gain along the way. It's not all about, being perfect every single time. It's about what you gain, what you learn about the process, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You learn a lot about your energy when you are dedicated to the practice of meditation, and let that be kind of your guiding light. So start small, even if it's just a minute a day. That can be very, very helpful. Okay, so next tip, give yourself permission to be in the moment. And this one is actually a really good overall mindfulness tip. If you have been looking to be more mindful, if that's maybe one of your goals for the new year, for 2024, just to be more mindful. A lot of meditations focus on mindfulness. Not all of them do. We'll talk a little bit about that later in the episode. But especially for my ADHD folks who tend to get really distracted, your mind will start to wander. Try this tip. Give yourself permission. Say it out loud or in your head. Repeat it when you need to, but literally give yourself permission to be here in the now, in the moment, for however long you're meditating. Anything that you were doing before, and I try to say this in my guided meditations at the beginning, like anything that you were doing before this meditation or anything that you have after, they will have their time. Right now, it's time to meditate. Give yourself just this moment, this permission to be here, to spend some time with yourself, because that's really what meditation is. It's an opportunity to spend time with yourself. Give yourself time to fill your cup, to do whatever your kind of, goal for meditation is, even if that's just being present with yourself, which you completely deserve. Giving yourself permission will speak to your subconscious, which is the way that meditation kind of works in the first place. Okay, so give yourself permission to be in the moment and see how that starts to change your meditation practice. Next, a really good one is to track your progress. If you want to get really good at meditation, you're going to want to do it regularly. And I know a lot of us with ADHD, we struggle with that. But that can also be whatever that looks like for you. Regularly, consistently doesn't have to look like every single day. It can be every other day. It could be every Wednesday. Consistency is just continually doing something and not giving it up. So you can work it in with, other parts of your day. That can be really helpful for ADHD people, but tracking your progress is going to be that cherry on top, that dopamine. A great way to stay consistent is to know that you're getting better at something. I know for me, when I can see my progress, even if it's like if I'm cleaning my room, if I can see that the room looks cleaner just by me doing a couple of things, like I'm more likely to keep going. And I know that's true for a lot of us ADHD neurospicy pals. So, your ADHD brain, if you have ADHD, or a lot of other neurospicy people, this will apply to you as well. But ADHD brains seek dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical. So when you are noticing your progress or even kind of like checking things off of a list, it can help to boost your dopamine and make you way more likely to keep going. Tracking your progress is also really good to just kind of see and reflect, look back on what you've done well, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You can see those patterns, which is really important too for neurospicy people. A lot of us pick up on it anyway, but to see it there in hard black and white written down is very helpful. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, I've actually published my very own meditation journal, and it's for all of these reasons that I'm talking about in this episode. It is on Amazon. It's linked, of course. The meditation journal is called The Mindful Journey, an interactive meditation journal for growth. It is so cute. It has freaking avocados on it, which are delicious and very cute. I drew them myself. Multiple people have already bought this meditation journal, which shout out to y'all. If you guys haven't reviewed it, please review it. Emily, I think you're the only one who's reviewed it so far. So shout out to Emily. Thanks, girl, for letting the people know. But your reviews will help people to kind of understand whether it's for them or not. And, you know, that's helpful for people when they're finding out what it is. And if it's for them. It is designed for any level of meditation. But it's really going to be good for my people who are listening to this, for you, friend, who is listening to this, beginners, ADHDers, anybody who struggles or is trying to get back in to meditation, because it lays everything out for you. Like, a lot of the legwork is done for you. Very simple layout. It gives you space to track your progress. It has over 50 spaces, over 50 meditations. Sorry, I think it's exactly 50 meditations, actually. It has places to set goals with check boxes. Okay, ADHD, which I love. It's so satisfying to my ADHD brain to check things off of a list. It has a place to track the date, the time, the type of meditation, the moon cycle, even your mood before and after. Okay, so hello, dopamine, my old friend. I love you and I'm seeking you constantly. And this meditation journal will help you with that. So, of course, there's like space to reflect on what you did well, what you struggled with during that meditation. Like I said, I like to see it in black and white, versus just guessing or having to try to remember meditations. And I love looking back and kind of seeing the patterns. Like, for example, maybe every time you meditate during a full moon, you cry. Or maybe you find it easier to meditate when you light incense or a candle first. Or like you have to be sitting for your meditations, or laying down you struggle with, or something. So keeping track is going to keep you motivated. Seeing your progress, it's really cool, and it'll help keep you motivated. So if you search Celia Marie 1243 on Amazon, you will find it, which is still super surreal to me. Also, shout out to all my patrons who tested this layout and gave me suggestions for kind of improving it. It is a really good layout, great gift if you want to help somebody on their meditation journey. Yeah, it's a really good one. Okay. So next tip is to know that there are different types of meditation, which we kind of touched on a little bit, but I'm going to go deeper into it. This one is really huge. So a lot of people think that the only way to meditate is to just sit down and close your eyes and say Om. I think that's everybody's kind of quintessential idea of meditation. And that is not the only way to meditate. If you have joined us for any of our monthly full moon meditations, you probably know this already because I'm always talking about it, but this is a good reminder. And this is also where playing your strengths really comes in, whether you have ADHD or not. But just about anything can become a meditation, depending on your intention. We just talked about that a couple episodes ago, right? You can meditate for clarity. You can meditate for mindfulness. You can meet your spirit guides. You can get insight on something during meditation. You can use meditation to relax. Those are just a few of the ways that you can use meditation or work with meditation. Walking can be a meditation. So can washing dishes, or even showering or washing your hands. Even singing can be a form of meditation. So I want you to know that you have more options than just sitting or lying down with your eyes closed. I actually have a guided meditation on Patreon where you stand for it, and it guides you through stretching your body intentionally from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. It combines intentional mindfulness, relaxation, and energy clearing all in one. See, so what I'm saying is like you can, depending on your goal, you can do it a bunch of different ways. Next month, we even have a group guided meditation, which are also super bomb, by the way. Group guided meditations, they kind of take off some of the pressure. But next month, we are doing that where we will use art as a form of meditation. We did it last year and everyone kind of loved it. So I'm bringing that one back as the first one of 2024. The old one is recorded on Patreon and you can literally follow along because it was on YouTube. That's a Patreon perk that you get, all of the past meditations and workshops that we've done. So you can access that anytime, or you can join us for the new one next month, or both, with different art meditations to try this next one. So maybe, yeah, I'll leave a poll. I'll leave a poll here on Spotify that you can answer and let me know if you liked the art meditation or if you are going to sign up and you want to try it. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. Meditation can be anything and it can be really, really fun. It doesn't have to just be Om. You know, you can try different types of meditation, and I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of different kinds coming up here soon, and hopefully I'll even be posting some of them on the podcast, here on the podcast. Okay. Next game changer, last, certainly not least, thoughts are clouds. Okay, follow me here. People usually think that meditation is about not having intrusive thoughts, and that is wrong. Okay, imagine like sirens going off, like false. Instead of panicking when you get your intrusive thoughts, especially if you're working on mindfulness, if that is one of your goals of meditation, I want you to try this. Try to picture the thought as a cloud and observe it, rather than trying to react to it or panic or feel like it's not supposed to be there or get like this guilt. Okay. And this is going to take practice, but that's a key to mindfulness. Something else that I'll be making content on really soon. Mindfulness emphasizes being fully present in the current moment. Like we talked about earlier, giving yourself permission. So rather than being disrupted by the thought, you learn how to observe it without any attachment, without any aversion or crazy reaction or guilt. And this is a major one because when you learn how to do this in meditation, it gets way easier to do it in life when crazy things are happening, which life often lifes. And that happens, right? So like someone saying something crazy to you, maybe, instead of reacting and punching them in the face. Meditation and this tip can literally help you to observe. And maybe that's an extreme example, but you know where I'm going with this, right? Like it helps you to observe your thoughts instead of judging them or feeling guilty for them. Your thoughts and your feelings, what other people say to you. It helps you to observe it. You can watch it float away like a cloud without reaction, without judgment. You can try clouds, or even sometimes I will see my thoughts like those little banner ads at like sports stadiums, you know, at like the basketball stadium, how like the words like travel around the stadium. You know what I'm talking about. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You can watch it like that. Just watch it. Watch it come and go, or you could even watch them melt away, or whatever works for you, but not reacting to them, feeling guilty or feeling averse to your intrusive thoughts or things that you feel like aren't supposed to be there while you're meditating. All right. Overall, just keep in mind what I said earlier about meditation being a practice. You know, welcome to this journey. Be easy on yourself. Have some fun along the way. Embrace your challenges and remember to play your strengths. That's really in life, but meditation is life. But embrace the challenges. Start seeing being new to meditation or even having ADHD and meditating as kind of like an adventure. Be open to your ups and your downs. Be open to having off days. Those are inevitable. You could do amazing meditating 3 days in a row and then be completely off. And that is not failure. That is practice. That is the point. You learn so much about yourself during meditation. Part of the whole point of meditation is to embrace that journey. So make the journey your goal and not just the outcome. All right. Try out these tips. Let me know if you try them. They have helped me and a bunch of my clients get way better at meditation and stay motivated. Join us for guided meditations every month on or sometimes around the full moon. The calendar is in my website to know for sure, www.moonglow.guide. I will see you guys there. Drink your water, listen to your intuition. Thank you guys for listening, and I will catch you next time. Bye.